Friends, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss a new subject which become very popular nowadays. By our Chief Minister Sri V.D. Sadishan declare a special subject auditing in the Assembly. When he declared forensic auditing, the word become very popular nowadays. So we are going to discuss, check what is forensic auditing. Forensic auditing can be done in corruption, bribery audit, payroll forensic audit, contract forensic audit like that, and cyber security forensic auditing like that. Many forensic auditing is there. Today we are going to discuss about forensic auditing in construction and contracting. Forensic auditing in a construction means it is a systematic investigation of a construction project to detect fraud, find financial irregularities, to find contractual violation, and to find technical non-compliances. In construction, forensic auditing includes engineering, quantity surveying, contract administration, accounting, procurement, and legal investigation to determine what happened, what goes wrong, how much financial implication happened. In every area, we are heard about a normal financial audit, which includes mainly includes the examination of financial implication. However, in construction, forensic audit examines both the financial records and the physical work executed on site. Forensic auditing is particularly valuable, very useful in construction because in project it involves huge number of contractors, very high value like 100, 200, 300 crores rupees of project value, and numerous subcontractors and many payment stages, and many stakeholders are involved generally in construction project. So a forensic auditing, always it is better to reveal, to get a clear idea what happened and what goes wrong. In construction, many activities are there. For which, hence, what type of forensic audit has to be conducted in a construction project has to be decided very particularly. Different type of forensic audit and its purpose is given here. Procurement forensic audit, contract forensic audit, material consumption audit, which compare material purchased versus actually consumed. Equipment auditing, check equipment usage, how much time it is worked, ideal time, and fuel consumption, etc. has to be verified. And variation order audit, to ensure changes are justified and properly approved. Cost overrun audit, quality forensic audit, payment audit, and labor audit. Like that, different sections are there in construction contracting, forensic auditing. Which area has to be auditing has to be conducted? It has to be decided. Then the auditing has to conduct. The most important that the forensic auditing helps to identify overbilling, quantity manipulation, procurement fraud, and time extension without justification, cost escalation due to collusion. Collusion, what it is, I am explaining in due course of time. False variation order, material theft, kickback. Kickback is again explained in the coming slide. Go through the slide to watch the slide complete. Then you will understand what is kickback. Duplicate payment, inflation quantities, like that. Various item can be explained to understand the details. Forensic auditing helps. Collusion means it's a secret and illegal unethical agreement between two or more parties to deceive, gain an unfair advantage, or defraud another party. It's an unethical agreement. That's only we can say very simply. Collusion means it's an unethical agreement between two parties or more parties inside the contract. Collusion, I explained, it's an unethical contract inside a contract. Different types of unethical actions are bid collusion. Bid collusion means contractors coordinate to bid to predetermine the winner. They will decide who will be the winner and the contract will be taken. Price collusion, suppliers agree to keep prices artificially high. Measurement collusion, the items measurement has been inflated, the quantities are changed as per the requirement, as per the agreement or inside the agreement. Collusion agreement. Procurement collusion, purchases are manipulated for personal gain. Payment collusion, valuation order collusion, unnecessary extra work is approved to increase the payment. All these type of collusions are happening in sometimes inside the contract, and which can be identified by auditing. Now a confusion will happen. What is financial audit? What is the difference between financial audit and forensic audit? This financial audit mainly includes financial statements. It conducted annually, regularly every year it happens, provides reasonable assurance, and report is given to regulators and stakeholders. Whereas in forensic audit, it conducts when a fraud or disputes are suspected, collects legally admissible evidence is get collected, focus on identifying the wrongdoing and proving it, Report may be used to given to court and arbitration. In financial audit also will goes to arbitration and court, but forensic audit will be done in deep auditing will happen in forensic auditing. In general auditing, generally the contracts check, the auditing team check the financial part of the project. Whereas in forensic auditing, it's generally checked from the beginning of the project document, tender document, BOQ, contract agreement, site instruction drawings, running bill, final bill, all those variation order, everything has been checked by the auditing team. It also check the invoices, MIR, material inspection request, test certificate, what is received, the material approval submittal, whether they will check the approved materials are used at site, correspondence, emails, like the minutes of meeting, everything is gone through by forensic auditing team. In addition to that, hindrance register, site order book, which already explained the earlier videos, you can understand what those items are relevant in a forensic auditing. The most common construction and contracting frauds are we can explain overbilling, billing more than executed, like what is for excavation, backfilling, like that. It's in many areas this overbilling can happen. Duplicate billing. Duplicate billing means in a very long project, long running project, same work billed twice or thrice in different area. It will be very difficult to find out those type of attitude. Fake measurement, inflated quantities. If it is in the BOQ, maybe it's 100 numbers. It will at the final stage it will go to 200, 300 numbers, keeping the variation order and everything highlighted. Material theft, fake supplier, payment to non-existing vendors can happen. And like that, then kickbacks. Kickback earlier I told it means commission for avoiding contract. It is called a kickback. Inflated variation orders, unnecessary extra work, ghost labor, that like non-existent workers on payroll. Like suppose 100 laborers are enrolled in the list and only 80 laborers are working, like that. Equipment fraud, fake testing details are giving. All this can happen in construction and contracting fraud. Like earlier we heard in the rivers or in the sea, rocks are dipped inside and quantities are fake. So it's a riprap work. The rock armoring work is there. Rock revetment. It is called a rock revetment. In there, fraud can happen because once the rocks are dipped inside the sea, nobody can get count over that. Then those type of fraud happens in construction and contracting. See, different types of techniques are used for forensic auditing: quantity reconciliation, cost analysis, rate analysis, data analysis, trend analysis, like that. Inspection will happen at site. Drone surveys when there is a road project or something like 10 kilometer, 20 kilometer road formed, or for like our national highways are now forming. When there is a road construction, the drone surveys are happening. Document verification, digital forensic, interviewing witness, timeline reconciliation, like that. Many methods are there in forensic auditing. See, red flag waving means when the investor or the client seems that unusually high variation orders, frequent change orders happening, missing supporting document, round number invoices are seen. Round number invoices means the number with a 1200 triple zero, or invoice number 11000, like that. If there's a manipulated invoices numbers are seen, then a red flag has to be highlighted. Same supplier winning every tender. It's very important. Delays without adequate justification. In all this time, the client has to be waved his red flag, and he has to do the checking of the system, the construction and contracting items. Whereas the engineers, the project managers also has to be very careful when there is a quantity deviation happening. Suppose there is only BOQ, there are only 100 quantities. When it goes to 200 quantities, it has to be highlighted immediately. There's a huge quantity variation happening in this item. Suppose 10 to 15% variation is generally happens in all the project, but if it is goes 100%, 200%, the engineer's project manager's duty is to highlight this variation to the client, to the investor immediately, to avoid forensic auditing in later stage. Friends, hope you understood the importance of forensic auditing in project construction and contracting and project management. Always keep the record properly. The engineers and contractors, the project managers, I suggest keep the record properly for quantity variation, the running bill account, and all those details. Keep the record very proper to give the details when in case a forensic auditing happens. It can happen at any point of time when the client, the government, when the investor is decided a total auditing has to happen. Give the detail, keep the records, when the quantity variations are happening, highlight the quantity variation, the reason for quantity variation, why the change order is given. All those details has to be recorded in writing and intimate to the client. Then project execution is very easy. If you are hiding the document details, then in due course of time in future, when the auditing happens, it will be very difficult. Hope you understood the importance of forensic auditing. And if you have any doubt regarding any of the subject in this video, please do message or do give the writing in the video itself. um, Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe the channel if you are interested in this type of video, and thank you for once again, thank you for watching. Bye bye.